You're a goofy goober.
Hey, and welcome back to Hey Daylin. Here with us today from the Newcastle area is Derek Narwicki. Hey, Derek.
Hey.
This Edinburgh senior is a journalism and mass communication major specializing in broadcast. Derek is also music director for the campus radio station WFSC FM, excuse me. So, tell us exactly what it is you do as music director.
One of the main jobs I have is editing the music we have in our file pickers and any submissions we get to make sure they're legal, make sure we're not getting any fines for them. And on top of that, I work with local production companies along with national record labels and everything like that to go ahead and talk to them, get their new artists, get a little bit more music out there, and give everyone their 15 minutes of fame.
Okay. So how exactly did you get into the radio biz?
The radio biz, I pretty much stumbled upon it one day. I was coming down from class on my freshman year, and I was like, you know what? I want to get involved in something. So I stopped into where the station used to be in Early Hall, and they said, would you want a job here? I said, you know what? Sure, why not? So they started me out on my own radio show, and it just started progressing from there.
Okay, cool. So are you glad that you made that stumble?
Definitely glad I made that stumble. It's definitely changed my college experience.
Would you wish you had stumbled into the TV station?
Maybe. You know, everything has their own special set of skills to offer.
Okay. So as a leader in a higher position, I am aware that there are some instances where it's very difficult balancing your schoolwork and your responsibilities as that leader. Have you fallen victim to this?
I have fallen victim to that a couple of times. You know, when you're in a leadership position, there's a lot more that you have to do than just your average member. So there's been a lot of late nights in the station, a lot of late nights in working on projects. Not a lot of time to stop into the library when you have a position.
Right. So what is your absolute favorite part about WFSC?
My absolute favorite part would have to be just the independence. You get to do pretty much what you want to do. You get to play the music you want to play, talk about the topics you want to talk about, go ahead and get everything set up, and then when you're actually on air, you're there by yourself. You don't need a whole production crew to help you. You can work the board yourself. You could choose guests and have them all set up. You can set them up yourself. It's just, and if you do need help, there's a whole staff of people that are willing to help you out. So it's just kind of, I guess you could say it's kind of a family atmosphere too.
Shout out to WFSC and the freedom.
Exactly.
So what would you change if there was anything you had to change?
Anything I would change? Don't think there would be anything right now.
See, that's lovely.
A lot has already changed, so.
As I have been aware that there has been conversation in the past, but it has decreased since then. Does that alter you about how you feel about WFSC?
We thought originally when we heard the news that it was going to alter how much time we put in, because we thought, okay, we're going to have to get outside jobs, which is going to take away from the time you can put in here, because college kids, you always need to have a little bit of spending money on you. So it actually ended up being the opposite. We've put in more time since we've heard that. We've started branching out into the campus and into the community more. We've gotten involved with more sporting events. So it kind of had an opposite effect of what we thought was going to happen.
Sounds like it's awesome. So what do you plan on doing post-graduation?
Post-graduation, I want to get into a sports field. I've done a couple of football games here, a couple of basketball games, so I want to try and get into maybe the sports calling game or just radio in general, maybe a little bit of TV, kind of branch out.
Cool. Do you feel like WFSC has prepared you for this?
It definitely has prepared me. It's given me a lot of opportunities that you wouldn't be able to get without an organization.
WFSC is a rock station, am I correct?
It is a rock station, yes.
Do you think that's a good idea for it to be solely rock?
Originally I was a little skeptical about it, but after hearing feedback from the community around us after we did change the genre a couple semesters ago, it definitely has proven that it's the best choice for this area.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. It's been a pleasure having you, and thanks for coming. Good luck with everything in your future. Please be sure to check out WFSC to hear all the gems Derek has edited for our enjoyment.